What's up, guys? Welcome to week one of the Terminus Championship League. All of my matches for this league, for this draft league, will be posted up here. I did a stream for my team building. I'm probably going to do those most weeks, as well as my recap and kind of review of the matches that happened. So without further ado, let's get into it. So looking at his team that he's brought, he's got the Typhlosion, Metagross, that terrifying Inteleon with all the Terra type options, the Skarmory, the Hitmonlee, and the Mismagius. We did not bring our Terra Captain into this match. Duraludon is my usual Terra guy. We're going to leave with Talonflame with his speed. He is our favorite starter for this team. He brought out Skarmory, which I've got to assume is a hazard setter. I did assume is a hazard setter. I also assume because of the steel typing, no way he stays in on Talonflame and risks that Flare Blitz or whatever fire type move he thinks I'm running. So yeah, we're going to go, we went U-turn. The better option here would have been obviously Flare Blitz, but again, how was I to know he was going to stay in? So not the best optimal way for me to start. It was kind of trying to play smart. I assumed he was probably going to switch in the Inteleon here to take the resist. He doesn't. We go U-turn, giving us a free switch. Which, because of the flying, because I've said, okay, well, at this point, he's going hazards on Skarm. We're going to send in Xurkitree. Go Volt Switch. Yeah, he does set up the spikes there. He goes with the hazards. He's got the leftovers back at full health. So he's got a free turn of hazards there. We're going to Volt Switch, hoping that with the weakness it kills. It would have. Unfortunately, he's running Sturdy. We do go in with Tapu Fini. Would have been a good option for Defog. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. Get rid of those spikes. Get that Misty Surge set up. He goes Brave Bird, just getting some chunk damage before he knows he dies. Sacrifices them on there. And I'm going to take the first knockout. Mismagius comes out. We set up Toxic first because I assumed I could tank a hit. But we wanted to get that up. We wanted to get these hazards going. We do that now. Let's go and get the defog set up. Energy Ball does one-shot us, unfortunately, so we are stuck with the one spike there for the entire game. Plus, you know, our physical bulk is now off the field. Pangoro comes out. My plan here was to try to go for a knockoff. This was a very bad play for me. At this point, I just assumed you just threw. You just let Mismagius get back up to full. You're now down to, granted, he's probably going to have to switch around on the Toxic or be dead in 2 or 3 turns. So yeah, just trying to kind of decide here what to go with. Uxie might not be a bad option. It's a special tank. It can tank a few hits. We don't do that. We go Xurkitree, who takes the spikes. We go Volt Switch, just trying to get a big hit off, and we do. And then we send in the Uxie, obviously, to especially tank the hit. And it does. It takes it fairly well. Missy heals. The Toxic takes it down to 4. We're now 1 turn away. Best play here. Set up the Calm Mind. Shadow Ball kills us. This Mismagius, while it's dead now, the Toxic has taken out our 2 tanks. I'm terrified at this moment. We do send in the Talonflame. He sends Whiscash. Or not Whiscash. He sends in Metagross. We get the one-shot with Flare Blitz. We did get the crit. Not sure if it really mattered there. He was fuming, though, at that point. That evens us up at 3. Talonflame is a glass cannon, though. We're not liking Izzy here coming out the Inteleon. We do have to switch because we're locked into Flare Blitz. Kyurem comes out. Snipe shots. We resist. It does crit, though. Doing a ton of damage. Here's where the RNG really shines in our favor. We opt to go Ice Beam here. Snipe Shot nearly kills us even though it crits again. Ice Beam is resisted, but we get the freeze off the one Ice Beam. RNG, that freeze right there probably saved us the game. Because what it does, it allows us to roost, heal Kyurem back up so he's not 1 shot away from dying. We're able to go double roost here. Instead of staying in, he does switch. We get the second roost off for free. Kyurem's at full health. And we've got Earth Power on it. Like, this was one of our biggest counters for Typhlosion. Was putting Earth Power on the Kyurem. Easy click here. I did think it a little bit. Maybe going Circuitry, but nah. We got Earth Power. Take the Lava Plume easy. Unfortunately, Typhlosion did live that. I don't know if he had invested in bulk. Lava Plume, we tank that again. Finish Typhlosion off. We now have the lead. He sends in Kicker. Probably Roost is the best option here. I don't want him hitting something stupid. Kicker does outspeed us, unfortunately. So yeah, Roost was just kind of the right play here. Try to heal up. Rock Tomb is super effective. Doesn't kill us. We tank it a bit. Our speed does take a hit. But you know, we're tanking Rapid. He goes Rapid Spin to get his speed boosted. We're able to tank the hit well enough to Roost back up to near full. Go Ice Beam. Close Combat does a ton of damage. Unfortunately, the lower on the defensive, the Rocky Helmet hit brings us within range for an Ice Beam kill. He sends out the Izzy, which is still frozen. I do believe it unthaws on turn 1, though. We're going to click Ice Beam. It doesn't, actually. We get another Ice Beam off, down to 25. It thaws here and kills us. But at this point, my worry here, even though it was at low, was what its Terra type was for this one. We send in the Circuitry in case it happens to be water. The decision here, you may think, oh, it's an easy Thunderbolt. No, he's got like 6 Terra typings available for Izzy that he drafted. He does Terrastallize into water, leaving the Thunderbolt to kill, picking up the win. So some suboptimal plays early, but we pulled through strong in the end. The freeze RNG benefited us heavily, despite a couple of not very optimal early game plays. But we take the win. We start the Terminus Championship League Season 11 off 1-0. Good game to my opponent. Can't wait for the next one.